Yesterday I had taught about a rule. Just will try to read that, revise that rule, and then I'll explain the question. Okay. Just if you look at this rule number one, what rule number one says? If each number is increased by, if each number is increased by k, then the change in the average will be plus k. If there is a number like 1, 2, 3 divided by 3, what is the average of this? As I have taught yesterday, if it is a consecutive number, then the middle one will be average, right? So answer is 2. If you want, you can solve this. 6 by 3 is equal to 2, right? Now if you increase each number by k means it can be any number. Let us take 3. I'll do plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. I have increased each of the numbers. Now number become 4 plus 2 plus 3 5 plus 3 plus 3 6 divided by 3. So answer of this will be equal to 5. So there is again an increment of plus 3 in the average. Okay. This question, whichever I have asked you, is based on the same concept. Just try to understand. If the mean of 4 observation is 20, they have taken 4 observations and they have found the mean of them, and that has come out to be 20. Okay. And when the constant c is added to each observations, we are going to add some constant c to this, plus c plus c plus c, and the mean becomes 22. Mean has become 22. So what is the value of c? Now can you tell me what is the value of c? Anyone? I have just explained the whole scenario. There are 4 observations, and initially the mean of these 4 observation was 20, and when c is added to each observation, it becomes 22. Means there is a change in average. See, if there is a change in average, initially it was 2, it became 5. Means there was change in plus 3, and in each observation the same thing will be done. Same thing was done. So we have got 4, 5 and 6. So I hope you understood this question. If you understood, just answer this question. Is equal to 0.5. Prajwal says 2. Yes, that is 2. Correct. You can see actually it is 2. If there is an increment of 2 in the average value, actually in each of the value will have included 2. Just let's take an example. Take 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 5 numbers and the average of these 5 numbers. Can you tell me what is the average of these 5 numbers? You need to, whenever the values are consecutive, you need to take the middle value. Alright. But we have to add C for each observation, right? Okay, you see what the rule says, or just I am explaining the same thing, just see this one. Now what is the average of these 5 elements? Can you tell me? Or we'll make it simple. We'll not take this example. I'll take 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 divided by 4. Now there are 4 numbers, and these 4 numbers are same. So that is not a issue. It can be same also, not a problem. Now what is the average of these 4 numbers? How will you find the average of these 4 numbers? If all the numbers are same, remember the number itself will be the average. Okay, so the average of this is 20. If you want, you can solve and check. 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, it is going to be 80 divided by 4. So 80 divided by 4 will be equal to what? 20. So if all values are same, then you are finding the average of that, it will be equal to 20 only. Now what is our task? You need to make sure that each value becomes, okay, the mean becomes 22, means you are increasing the mean to 22. This mean becomes 22. Then how much you need to add in each of these 20, each of these values, to make sure that it will become 22. So if you say it is 0.5, let me add 0.5 in all of them. 20.5 plus 20.5 plus 20.5. So I have added 0.5 to all of them and the value becomes 4. Okay. And when you divide this, when you find the answer of this, actually you are going to get 20.5. But what was our required average? This is our required average. We want 22, but I am getting 20.5 because I have added 0.5 in each of the values. So here I hope you got this one. How much you will add in each of the values? The same thing will be incremented in the average also. So if you are adding plus 2 here in each of the values, it will become plus 2. Because you observe this value, you are actually dividing it by 4. 2, 2, 2, 2. When you add all of them and divide by 4, again it will become 2 only. So that's why in the end we have added 2. You can see the same rule. In the rule 1 I have mentioned the same thing. If each number is incremented by k, then the change in the average will be k. Okay. I hope everyone got this question. It's very simple, but you need to understand the average funda. Okay. Now you try to find the solution of this question. If A, B, C, D, E are 5 consecutive odd integers, just try to understand the statements first. Any question, don't read the whole question at a time, because you will start getting confused. You will be confused because you may not understand all the sentence at a time. So try to read the question sentence by sentence. Then what is their average? If you have understood the first statement, there are 5 consecutive odd integers. Okay, it means this A is a odd integer, B will be a consecutive odd integer. For example, if you take 3, what will be the next integer? It should be odd and it should be an integer. What will be the next one? Yes, it will be 5, right? Then next it will be 7. You need to understand what is the meaning of consecutive. One like one after the other, and it should be the next value of that. 9 and then 11. So what will be the average of these 5 numbers? Anyone? What will be the average of these 5 numbers? As I have told, if it is a consecutive value, you can just choose the middle one. That will be the average. Okay. So what is middle one in this? 7. Yes, you can see that 7 is middle. If you want, you can calculate and check. Add all of them. 3 plus 5, 8. 17 plus 9 is 17 plus 7 is 24, and it is 35 divided by 5 is equal to 7, right? So directly we can find out the average. You can see the middle value will be average. So in A, B, C, D, E, what is the average? Yes, Priyanka, A option is correct, but I'll tell you how it is correct. So here C should be the answer, but just check, do you have C in the option? It is not there, that is fine. Now if A is the first value, what will be the next consecutive odd number? If A is the first odd number, what will be the next odd number? How much you are going to add in that? A plus 2, correct. It will be A plus 2. The next one will be A plus 4 Next one will be a plus 7, a plus 6, then next one will be a plus 8. So among all of these, which is the middle one, or what is the average of this? Which is the center one? It will be a plus 4. If you want, you can calculate the average. Just add all of this divided by 5 you do. So how many A's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 A's plus 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 8, 18. 10, 12, 8, 20 divided by 5. So what is the answer? Divide this by 5, you get A, plus divide this by 5, you get 4. So answer is what? A plus 4, same as the middle value. Okay, I hope you got this question. It is very simple, but you need to apply some of the rules. Okay. Anybody any doubts in doubt in this question? Okay, no doubts. Then we'll go further. Yes, this was the question yesterday I was supposed to explain, but since it will take a lot of time, I thought that we'll continue it today. Before understanding this, let me tell you one thing. Okay, let's imagine that there are four students. I'll take a simple example. There are three students, right? Okay, I'll make it still more simple. I'll take two students. There are two students, and there was a math test. First student scored 100 and 100 marks, and the second one I don't know. But the average of them was 80. Average of both of the student was 80. Now can you tell me what was the marks of second student? What is the marks of second student? Anyone? There were two students. One student has scored 100, another student we don't know. But the average of both of them is 80. Yes. Just try to solve for x. So 100 plus x is equal to 80 into 2. It is divided here. It will go here and becomes multiplied. And then x will be equal to 80 into 2. Just I will write 80 into 2 is 160. 160 minus 100. So this will become what? 60. Right. So the answer is 60. Yes, good. Now we'll just try to make some difference in the question. We'll take three students. We'll take three students, and we know marks of two students. So it is 180, and average of them, average is 80. Find the marks of third student. Can you find the marks of third student now? Just whatever is given in the question, try to rewrite in the form of equation. Then it becomes simple. See, how do you find the average? You will just take the first value, second value, third value. Since there are three students, you are going to divide it by 3, and here you will have an average. Just in the question, try to find out what all values are given in the question. What all values are given in the question. Just try to find out that. So, anyone answer? Yes. I have got answer, it is 60. Renuka 60, right? Okay. You just see, we have got total 3 students, but 2 student marks are known, means X and Y are known. We don't know what is Z. So just write 100 plus 80 plus Z divided by 3 is equal to, average is also given, it is 80. Fine. So how will you find this Z? 100 plus 80 plus Z is equal to 80 into 3. So this becomes 180 plus Z, and 80 into 3 is how much? 240, and Z equal to 240 minus 180, that is equal to 60. So the answer is 60. As you have said, answer is 60. Fine. Now we'll try to solve this question applying the knowledge that we have got just now. Average weight of a class is 20. Average weight of a class of 24 students is 35 kg. Means we are given average weight of a class where 24 students are there. If the weight of the teacher is included, average rises to 400 grams. Find the weight of the teacher. How can you solve this question? Here you see, just try to write the formula for this one. So let's just try to find out what is the total weight of the students. How will you find the formula for, what is the formula for finding average? Average is equal to sum divided by total number of observations. You know this. Now we'll just try to write this one in the equation. So average is what? 35. How many students are there? 24. And then we don't know what is sum. So just we'll write sum as it is. So this will imply what? Sum equal to 35 into 24. So what is the answer of this 35 into 24? So is it correct? I want you to solve the questions. Okay. We'll just see whether it is correct or not. You have solved this. Anybody answer? So total value is 840. That is correct. Now we are going to add something to this. What is this something? See, if the weight of the teacher is included, means I am going to include weight of the teacher here. I don't know what is weight of the teacher. Fine. And to find the average, total sum we will require. What is the total sum that will require? Divided by. So now how many people are there? Total number of observations. This 840 is of 24 students, and this X is of the teacher. So to find the average, you will divide it by with number of observations. So total number of observation becomes now how much? There are 24 students and one more teacher. So the total number of observation becomes 25. And average is also given actually. Average is increased by how much? There is an increment in the average by 400 gram. So what is the average now? After adding, after including 45 is answer, or we'll see. 35.400. This is in kg. This should be in kg only. So this is in kg. So what is the answer? 840 plus x is equal to 35.4 into 25, and so x is equal to 35.4 into 25 minus 840. So we'll just try to see what is the answer of this one. 35.4 into 25, it becomes 885 minus 840. This will be equal to how much? 45. So Priyanka had given the answer 45 kgs. Yes, Renuka 45. And the answer is 45 kg. You are just trying to find x value here. These questions are very common, especially in the SSC exams, and many competitive exams you will get these kind of questions. Just you need to analyze whatever is given. So these are very common questions. I'll just try to give you another question. We'll solve another question of this type, and then we'll finish the class. Okay. Okay, we'll take a question here. We have got average weight of 19 students. We have got average weight of 19 students. It is 25 kg. Okay. By the admission of new student, a new student came. A student came. He is a new student. Okay. New student came, and by his arrival, there was an increment. Increment. Okay. Will not. We have just solved increment question. The average was reduced to 24.8 kg. Okay. There were 19 students and the average was 25. And a new student came, average was reduced to 24.8. You need to find what is the weight of new student. Just try to find the answer for this question. Anyone? For finding the average, you will require total sum. So how will you find total sum? Directly you can write 19 into 25. This will give you the total sum of the weights of whole class. Right? Then plus a new student has come. We don't know what is that. X. What is his weight? So X divided by, so total number of students. Initially we had 19. Now they have become 20. And the average has become 24.8. This is the formula. This is very important. From given question, you identifying this formula is very important. If you do this, then you can solve the questions easily. So Priyanka says 21. Any other answers? Yes, you need to find value of x here. Just you can find the values, and remember, in most of the competitive exams they don't give you calculators. You need to do it manually. So I have also started a new series of Vedic mathematics. Okay, in that I'll be teaching you how. I'll teach, just they are YouTube videos. I'll teach how to calculate faster. If you whenever you have time, you can watch that one. So x will be equal to 24.8 into 20 minus 19 into 20. So the answer will come out to be 21. Okay, so the answer is 21. This is the answer. It is 21 kgs. I hope this question is clear to everyone. Anybody, any doubt? If you have understood, just give a thumbs up, and then we'll solve this question tomorrow. This is a very interesting question. For this, you will require knowledge of speed, time, and distance also. I'll teach that also in the next class. Okay, I think this was enough for today. We'll take a leave. Thank you.